Hi guys, welcome back to iDrum magazine. Today I'm taking a look at this Natal Ash series drum kit. This is one of 4 debut kits from Natal, which earned Natal the accolade of Best New Brand back at NAMM in January 2011. And the other 3 kits are Bubinga, Birch and Maple, which we'll be looking at in forthcoming issues. But as I say, today we're just looking at the Ash series. Now Ash is a wood that's heavily used in Natal's percussion ranges, so something that they're very familiar with. It's a very popular wood, so I'm very much looking forward to listening to the kit, and I hope you are too. There are loads of shell configurations with this kit, both as pre-configurations and individual items that you can purchase by themselves. There's 6 plies of ash all around the kit, so they're quite thin shells. But what I like about this, amongst other things, I will be telling you more about what I like about the kit, but notably initially we've got these Aquarian heads all the way around the kit, which is great because it means it sounds good straight out of the box, hopefully. Minimal tuning, you don't have these inferior quality factory heads that you can get with some kits. So I'm looking forward to getting it set up and getting played straight away. Let's have a closer look. Okay, so there are triple flange hoops all around the kit, which should help to maximise resonance and tone from the shells. Other than that, pretty much everything about these kits, the Ash and the Bubinga, the Birch and the Maple series, all these new kits from Natal, are newly designed right from the ground up. There's nothing generic about these kits at all. Let's have a closer look at some of those details. Okay, so let's start by looking at the lugs. We've got 6 per rack tom, 8 on the floor tom, and then 10 lugs for the bass drum and for the snare drum. On the lugs on the shell here, they're oval shaped, and they come down into the circle where you can see the Natal Sun logo there, which looks really nice all the way around the kit. The Natal Sun logo also features on the badge, twice on each shell, so whichever way you choose to set up the kit, you've got a badge facing forward, which always looks good for you, and it's good for Natal as well. Okay, so all around the kit there's no intrusion into the shells at all. These rack toms are mounted utilising the NRM, which is the Natal Resonance Mount System. They're screwed on, the mounts here, they're screwed onto the shell just on the outside of the lugs. So again, no intrusion to the shell. That should increase any resonance that's going to come from the shell, any natural resonance. It won't interfere with that at all. The ball joint itself utilises an aluminium ball rather than a plastic or a rubber one. So there's no wear and tear, there's no shredding, and hopefully no slippage either. So it's very sturdy, very secure, and very robust. Okay, so all around the kit, Natal make good use of memory locks. It's very, very sturdy. Once again, on these rack toms here, we've got the memory locks on the ball and arm joint. We've also got memory locks on the floor tom legs. They're not going anywhere, nice and secure. And also around all the stands as well. This is Pro Series hardware, which we'll talk about in a little bit more detail a bit later on. Back to the kit. The snare drum here, it's really nice. I mean, it's a regular dimension snare drum, 10 lugs, 14 inch. The snares utilise these nice straps here. So you don't get the horrible plastic straps that you can get on some drums that dig into your legs, and you don't have to fiddle around with snare strings either. These are nice and secure, steady, and long-lasting too. Most notably about this snare drum, which Natal are very proud about, is the 3-point snare release system. Okay, so ordinarily with a snare drum you get off, you get snares on. But with this 3-point system, you get a 3rd position, which goes beyond the on position, and that's a slightly looser snare sound. So if you listen closely, you can hear the difference between the on and the loose position. Here's on, and here's loose. Okay, so if in a set you're going from, say, a fast kind of funky sounding song to perhaps a ballad and you don't have time to tune the snare, you don't have a second snare to switch over, you can simply just switch that forward without having to fiddle with the snare adjustments by rolling down the snare strings themselves. I'm just going to play a couple of rhythms, both a faster sounding rhythm, and then switch it forward to the looser sound so you can hear an example of how that might work within a set. Just switch those forward, and now for the ballad. And so on and so forth. You get the general idea. I think that's a really nice little feature, something that you can definitely use within your own sets, and something that's going to save you time and fiddling around during a gig, which can only be a good thing. Also worth noting are the hefty bass drum Spurs. They're nice and sturdy, as you can see. They're really hefty Spurs, almost military in their design. You can see they've got the rubber feet and also the spikes at the end, so your bass drum's not going anywhere. And this is a big bass drum, 22, and any heavy hitters out there who are slamming away on the bass drum pedal, you can rest assured that with those Spurs there, your bass drum's not going to move. Okay, so I'm just going to play each drum individually so you can hear the general tone and the voice of each drum, and then I'll play a few grooves and things so you can get an idea of how the kit sounds all together. Okay, so what I'd like to do now is talk to you a little bit about the hardware that accompanies the kit. You may have noticed it's some pretty serious looking stuff. This is Natal's Pro Series hardware. It's very hefty, it's sturdy, it's pretty heavy, but reassuringly so. What I like about it is that there's no fiddliness, there's no kind of messing around, getting your fingers into small spaces, that sort of thing. It's all very chunky and ergonomic. For instance, these big chunky screws here, these wing nuts, nice and sturdy, makes everything nice and tight. You've got these sturdy memory locks as well on the hi-hat stands and all the way around the cymbal stands. There are 3 boom cymbal stands, which each have these continuously adjustable tilters, which is great. It means there's not a geared tilter or any teeth in sight. It's all continuously adjustable. Okay, so I'm just going to take a look at the snare drum stand here now. It's double braced, as are the rest of the stands. I didn't mention that. I think it goes without saying. So nice and sturdy, nice and strong. Also has these big chunky rubber feet, so nice and soft, but also they grip nicely to whichever surface you happen to be playing your kit on. I'm just going to take the snare drum off the basket here so I can show you what's going on underneath. As with the continuous tilters on the cymbal stands, on the boom arms there, you've got a continuous adjustment system on the snare basket as well. This really easy to use lever here You know, there's no fiddly bits to kind of break your fingers and thumbs on. It's very big and ergonomic, nicely turned, easy to use. So you get not only a forward and back motion, the linear motion there, not just side to side, but a circular motion, which is very easy if you happen to be switching in your set between playing a song with matched grip and you want to tilt the snare drum away from you to play traditional grip. It's really easily done. Okay, so the hi-hat stand with the Pro Series hardware is the two-legged version, which is always nice if you've got a big setup. Perhaps you've got an auxiliary snare here or some electronics perhaps, or even if you've got extra cymbals here. And of course, if you're miking up your drum kit, you need all the space you can get around the floor. So the two-legged option is perfect for that. Again, they're double braced, so nice and sturdy. The footboard is adjustable lengthwise, so if you've got size 14 feet, you can just pull out the bottom there and you don't have to kind of be twisting your leg around to sit properly on the board. As with all the rest of the stands, you've got these nice chunky memory locks, and the action of the pedal can be adjusted with this mechanism here. So again, highly adjustable, highly user-friendly. You can move these things around to accommodate your own style, your own technique. The other blessing of having just a two-legged stand, of course, is that it makes room for the auxiliary bass drum pedal. This is a double bass drum pedal that we've got here. I'm only using the single variety, but here's the auxiliary pedal. It's connected to the main pedal with this aluminium drive shaft here, so nice and strong and lightweight too. So let's take a closer look at the main bass drum pedal. I can show you the features of that. It has some nice features. There's the dual chain. There are double springs, one on either side. Obviously, one is for the main pedal, and one is for the auxiliary. We then have an auxiliary wing nut there that tightens the hoop clamp to the hoop. The hoop clamp actually tilts as well, so you don't get the pedal sort of tilting from side to side. If you want to have if you want to have the pedal slightly to the left or the right, just to fit around the rest of your stands, then you can do that, and the tilted clamp there will accommodate it. There's also a little spare key there that will attach the beater to the pedal there. So all in all, really handy, it's very user-friendly. It's got a great action too. I'll just show you the action of the pedal here. Okay, so the pedal's nice and responsive. It responds well to different dynamics, to doubles and single strokes, and that's all you can really ask for from a pedal. So a great addition to the Pro Series hardware kit from Natal. Okay, so I think personally that the Ash series kit from Natal is a really fantastic kit. I mean, the Ash really shows its true colours. It's a great punchy sound. It really projects. Can be aggressive if it needs to be, but it's also very responsive. The snare drum was very responsive, sensitive to different dynamics. These toms sound fantastic, particularly the 12 there. I was a massive fan of that. With all the features available on the kit and throughout the hardware, you know, it's little wonder that Natal won Best New Brand for this whole range, not just the Ash series, but the Birch, Bubinger and the Maple as well, which I'm really looking forward to playing in forthcoming issues. The kit's affordable too. It falls sort of within the mid-price range, so it's definitely worth checking out if you're a kind of developing player or even pro standard player. I really think it's up there with the big dogs. Details around the kit, such as, you know, little things like this. We've got the tension rods around the kit. There are 3 washers on there. You know, attention to detail. Really, it sets the kit apart. And it shows that Natal really care about what they're doing. It's there's also this red nylon on the bottom of the tension rod there, which stops detuning around the kit. So once you've tuned up, which was a very quick and easy process, I have to say, it's there, you know, there's very little detuning at all. So, yeah, all in all, it's a thumbs up for the Natal Ash series. Make sure you check the page for the website and all other details, and let us know how you get on. I'll look forward to seeing you next time, and until then, take care. Thanks for watching.